patron, take them away. Oh.
Okay guys, we're going to have a look at the last trade of the day. There's not a lot going on. And when there's not a lot going on, I always gravitate to the same market, which is the DAX. So if you haven't been here before, I'm the big fella. That is the Scruffy Trader. And coming down the stairs here is Wonder Wink, supplier of coffee.
Yep.
Because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. And he does today because I'm knackered. I was up all night. Just couldn't sleep last night. It was a strange night. Anyway, let's flick over onto this. If you've seen the other videos today, you'll have seen that I traded the DAX this morning and I was pretty much done with it. And then I traded the Aussie and it was terrible. It was an awful trade. But you can't win them all and you can't get them all right. Now this one is a similar situation. Now there's my trigger candle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the order there to come into this green section. And if I need to, I'm going to trail it up. And I have predefined trigger points already in place. But I'm also going to change them slightly. I'm going to get rid of these. And I'm going to have a look at the recent drop. And I'll explain that as I'm going. But let me put this order into place first. So down there. We're going to drop it into the green. Just target the top of the green section. There we go. All right. So what am I doing? Why am I doing this? If you're going to trade, you want to be looking at a decent time frame. And a decent time frame for me is always the hour. All right. Now it's just gone 1 o'clock. And I've placed my order in at the base of the 1 o'clock candle. It's slightly tighter than where it needs to be. It could sort of be underneath this one, but there's a decent gap. So I just use the 15-minute candle as a basis to place the order. Now you can do a candle count with 5 minutes. In fact, I'll show you how to do that. Come down here onto a 5-minute chart. You can go, well, the price is here, and you go 5 candles back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you kind of look for the logical point. Well, the logical point is, it's about there, really. It's out the noise, but it's not far away that you're going to wait forever to get your trade. All right. Why do you do it with 5? It's just 5's a nice round number. Do it with 3, but it doesn't really give a gauge. Whereas 5, you can have a little range that you can look in, and you're just looking for a logical point. That's it. That's all it's for. So what else can we sort of take from this chart? Well, let's come out to the hourly and have a look. So we have this massive pulse here. The market chopped around, tried to push up, and then collapsed. Okay, superb. It tried to push up, and it can't. It can't get to the top. So if it can't get to the top, it has to collapse down. Well, it is. And if you look at all of these red candles, that's shown massive pressure to the downside. It's now come underneath this section, right? Okay. So if that's the case, that means I'm working in this trading arena. Now, the next part is you can see how far this might potentially go based on this single overextended candle. And you do that with a fib. And if you drop a fib extension on, well, there's your 127 there. So if I just sort of take another one of these there, that's roughly where this market's going to try and come to. But it can take time to get there. So I want to be a little bit cautious with my entry, and I'll get out or look to put it risk-free around this area. So what I can do is I can pull that down onto there and just leave it be. Oh, thank you. And then as soon as it touches that, take some off. As soon as it gets into the middle, take a little bit more off, and then let it run down into here. In other words, stage the trade out. quite a simple, systematic way to do it. Now, if we look at the 15 minute, just so we can see what's going on. Well, big volume, no push up. It went to the pip on those entry points that you saw me do this morning. And now it's collapsing. In other words, it's shown its hand. It looks like it's probably going to trigger shortly. And then the idea is you get that momentum pulse pushing down. So let me run this trade, and then I'll come back to you at the end, and I'll kind of tell you what I've done and why I've done it. Okay guys, finally stopped out, and that's me done for the day. It's been a busy old day. I wanted to kind of just show the Scruffy squad how a bit of patience and a bit of work can pay off, but also I kind of wanted to show you guys that if you just have a plan, stick to it, pay you well. My plan was very simple in this one. As I said at the start, I'm looking to go from one zone to the next. I knew what the pressure points were. So it's done exactly what I said it was. You have oscillating waves within it. These here. I wanted to capitalize on them as well because I knew they were coming. Why did I know they were coming? Because they're always there. Simple thing. The problem with this trade was it was kind of on the cusp between a C and a B. There was a good news announcement that came out earlier on, which I stayed out of, and I had a bit of a bad turn with it. Well, I rephrase that. I didn't have a bad turn with it. I lost money because of it. But that's because I pulled the plug. All right. And if you see the other video I did earlier, you'll see why I did that. It was a terrible trade. I shouldn't have took it in the first place, to be honest. But we're only human. I do make mistakes. The difference is, if I recognize it, I know how to get out of it, you know. And then earlier on, I did a video on the DAX. So you've seen this one sort of trading screen working all day. Boom, boom, boom. And how well has it done? Well, let's find out, shall we? Well, there are the sort of last ones that were picked out. Check the dates. They're all the second, and if you look at the other videos, you'll be able to see the deal tickets marry up. Had a bit of a stinker here, and a little bit of a stinker yesterday as well. Again, I had to kill them off, but collectively, it's 803 quid. Sort of, well, since yesterday. I don't need to do any work next week because I did 600 quid the other day. That is good work. That's the Aussie trade that you saw me do earlier on. Had to kill it off. And then this morning, it was this set here. And then I racked and stacked these trades on the DAX simply because it wasn't a good trade. So you'll see I reduced the position size and give each one of them an individual target, so they'll get in and they'll get out very quickly. Now, when you do it that way, it gives you control over your position. If you're on a full position, what happens is you kind of get worried with it all the time. It's like, should I take a bit off? Should I not? But if you rack and stack like that, what it does is it makes the decision for you. Gets 10 pips, takes a little bit off. Goes to 15 pips, takes a little bit off. Goes to 20 pips, takes a little bit off. So it's doing the carving for you. And it saves you chewing on. It just makes your chart maybe look a bit messy because you've got hundreds of orders on it. But it's constantly paying you. It's going boom, 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 boom. And as one comes off, put it back in. If it comes up and picks it up again, goes down, you get another one. It's called ladder trading. Well, it's got numerous names, to be honest. You can call it ladder. You can call it rack and stack. I've done it for years. Do it all the time. And I always break trades up. I never go to market fully exposed. Go in a little bit and build a position. And, well, works for me anyway. So if you want to see how I work and exactly what I do, come drop down into the Scruffy Squad. You'll be made very welcome. And there's now a set of modules there called the Way of the Scruff, which is step-by-step guide of exactly how I trade. And it's only for the squad guys. It's not something that I sell or anything like that. I've made it and it's ongoing just so that you've got reference points to go to. I mean, on my video, on my channel now, there's between the private members videos and the public videos, there's over 1,800 videos now, and sometimes it gets a bit lost in translation. So we've made Way of the Scruff for you just to pull it all together. So I hope that helps. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, and above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.